Also, she sounds less like Minnie Mouse in this.
Yeah, so a lot of people are pointing that out, that because it is the same woman that played Amy in Generations, that like, her voice is less squeaky. Which that's why I have a lot to talk about and such a little a game to talk about it. Which bridge song should I burn first? Okay, the censoring changes. The changes to the script and other shit in regular Generations, I think is an absolute nothing complaint, and really does feel like, because it's a Sonic game, you people just need something to complain about, because most of the script changes are so nothing, they really don't alter things, and the ones that do alter something, like, and this is a much broader thing, Amy's characterization, let's all be honest,
Okay, yeah, there are no...
Yeah, there are no lives.
Okay, that does confirm that. Which also... because there are no lives, just want to see something. Yeah. Doesn't take... Okay. I mean, if I die, I die, but, like, I wanted to restart because there were no lives, so it doesn't cost me anything.
When you get to, like, when you get to shit like Modern Planet West, probably gonna get, like, a D on that anyway.
I know. It was good to test something, though.
Yeah, but anyway, like I was, basically, like I was saying, the changes to, like, the script and stuff, and the reactions characters have when you save them, I think is an absolutely nothing a change, because they were so small and insignificant to begin with. They really don't matter, and that's, like I said, a broader thing about the, like, changing the Sonic, basically holding Amy back, and again, this is a much more broader modern game thing, but Amy's modern characterization, let's all be honest, is a straight improvement, because now I will be fair and say this was made far, far worse in the English script. The Japanese script did not lean into this as much. Amy's entire characterization in the 3D games, basically, especially in English, was a creepy stalker bordering on sexual harassment.
Oh.
It was the same idea the Kinkers were built off of, and let's all be honest, the Kinker sisters have also aged fucking horribly. So making her not that is a straight-out improvement. Now, like I said, to be fair was that, the really creepy, basically, stalker aspects of it were much more played up in the English script for some reason, or because of a bad translation. Like the famous line in Heroes when she says that at this time there's no way out of marrying me. That's not what she said in the Japanese version. The Japanese line was closer to...
Okay, Things are dumb!
Isn't it, like, opposite of the way you're facing? Especially because, isn't this kind of sort of based off the tops from, Marble Gardens, so, because, yeah, I believe it's...
No, it's not opposite.
I believe it's like, move the stick sort of the opposite way you're facing, because that's how the tops in Marble Garden work. Anyway, the one, line, like I said in the English, that was, this time there's no way out of marrying me, that was a, basically English translation fumble. The Japanese version of that line was actually much more reasonable, where I believe the Japanese version was something along the lines of, I'll impress you so much you'll want to marry me, which is, you know, far less creepy. Okay, now that bridge has been burned, time to burn the other one. Now that that bridge is burned, time to burn the other one. Egoraptor is a hack and a fraud and did irreparable damage to the Sonic franchise.
How the... Again, I don't feel like I deserve that.
It's all because of the not dying.
Okay, you literally need a perfect bonus to
So,
get...
I don't know how true this is. I've seen some people say because they removed lives, apparently as long as you don't take too long, you can actually die and still keep an S rank. You can apparently still down the stage and get an S rank as long as you don't die too many times, and it's not because you die too many times, it is literally more out of the wasting time at that point.
Mm-hmm. Not talking as much because I'm kind of focusing.
But at least that will give me the ability to fully air out my grievances, like I said, like Egoraptor being a fraud that should have never been trusted. Because there is no hyperbole when I say that. I do honestly believe that. Cut that line so people don't know what I said. I honestly
Base boost.
I honestly believe that motherfucker being ass at video games did irreparable damage to Sonic because people, due to not playing the games themselves, believed that's just how the games were when it was this man being ass at video games.
I can agree with you.
You know, so far, a move, they'll say it, because there's a snowball's chance in hell that this person will see this. The reason I say that is because I had a conversation with someone fucking years ago at this point where they said I was wrong and I was the crazy one because Adventure 1 had negative reviews when it came out. Therefore, this narrative of bad faith YouTubers playing the games badly intentionally for clicks and views or just being ass at the games was irrelevant cope. Even though that is exactly literally what it was. Though the thing I find funny about that is because Egoraptor was a famous internet funny man, people would defend his being bad at games. Meanwhile, someone like Darkside Phil, because Phil is basically almost unanimously hated, when Phil was bad at a Sonic game, people would be like, oh yeah, it is Phil's fault, he's just bad at video games, so is fucking Egoraptor. And that's why I think Egoraptor is actually far more damaging, because no one takes Phil's complaint seriously. People took Egoraptor's fucking seriously.
Can talk more, everyone. Focus at that. Fucking log on a little bit of too good, like Christ.
And it wouldn't be a Sonic game without some jank. Clap, fucking seals.
Okay. I agree generally with the fucking Egoraptor point. I'm just playing the game and having a hard time talking because
sounds like a skill issue. And and again, I'll have more.
Sonic.
And again, I'll have more to say. I'll have more to say with it for.
Oh, damn it!
For like when we get to the shadow portion.
Oh, come on! Damn it! Okay, yeah, so that.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, come on. Because of the way things are mapped, it's a little bit unwieldy. That's just a problem we've always had with Sonic, where like 50 different commands are mapped to a single button.
Oh, like the boost, it's the trigger, so I don't remember if it was like this in the original. The boost is the trigger. Don't know if you press the homing attack button when you don't have something to
Just enough.
Don't if you press the homing attack button when you don't have something to homing attack. Isn't that how you do the air dash?
The little air dash thing, yes.
So
I was trying.
So those wouldn't be on the same button then.
No, boost and the air dash are different, but jumping and the air dash are the same button. The boost isn't, but they just mapped a lot of. It's whatever.
You know what I was going to point out? Well, one, a funny thing, because you're doing the Act 1 and then Act 2, you're getting the modern Sonic reactions. One of the down the line changes and shit people got unreasonably angry at was because classic Sonic is chubbier, and Knuckles would say something about Sonic, like, have you gained weight, and they change the line to not be that. One, I will admit, because they changed the line and not the animations, classic Sonic does kind of look
time for the padding keys of padding. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, let's just go ahead and basically start this incredibly controversial question, but how many of you agree with the thing that Carson said? Because in general, I do agree with his point, and that point is the fact that Egoraptor, playing a bunch of Sonic games badly, did end up doing a lot of permanent damage to the Sonic franchise and to gaming as a whole, because a lot of his fans never played certain Sonic games. All they did was watch Egoraptor play certain Sonic games, and this created an echo chamber where he basically convinced most of his fans that the Sonic games he was playing were in fact bad, but for the most part, the games he was playing were not really that bad, but he would pick the worst version of each game, and on top of that, he would play each game badly, but this did convince a lot of people that these games were bad. Because he said these games were bad, he more or less ruined the credibility of the Sonic franchise for about a decade, and this goes back to those arguments me and Carson had with Sean and Brian, where those two never understood why we would get hung up on someone like Egoraptor. And Sean would always say, if you don't like his content, you don't need to watch it. What's the problem? The problem is simple. By letting him spout nonsense and lies for a decade, he basically ruined the credibility of the Sonic franchise, and this had a ton of long-term effects. And I feel like on the internet, if someone is basically spouting lies and nonsense, we need to call them out on it, because the echo chamber he created ended up doing a ton of damage, because he basically created an angry mob that refused to see any good in the Sonic franchise. And I do feel like this is something that we need to address because, yes, everyone can have opinions. And if you don't like someone's opinion, you can ignore it. But when that opinion creates an angry mob that is misinformed, I feel like we need to step up and go, no, none of this is true. You were all tricked and lied to. And I feel like if you have any common sense, you need to stop and address the problem so that you can maybe undo the problem, because letting certain people spout nonsense unchecked ends up basically creating a huge echo chamber and a large angry mob. And I feel like we need to call these people out on their bullshit, because in this modern age of the internet, there are these people that can influence a lot of people into doing a bunch of stupid shit. And I know it might sound frivolous, but these people have a lot more sway than you might think they do. And I would rather not let these morons basically ruin a video game franchise because these morons basically spout a bunch of nonsense. So I feel like we really do need to step up and confront this nonsense, but no one is willing to do that. And if you do, you basically get called a hater or a number of other terrible derogatory things, when all me and Carson are trying to do is basically stop his terrible opinions from spreading around. And this goes back to those arguments we had with Sean and Brian, especially Sean, because Sean is far more prone to approaching things in this way, where he will basically ignore anything that doesn't directly affect him, even if that thing he's ignoring could do tons of damage in the long run. And I'm about to stop rambling, but I really do feel like Carson had a point, and I do agree with his point. At the time of recording, I was focusing on the game, and I also didn't stop to basically rip Egoraptor a new one, but I can also basically say, fuck you, Aaron Hansen. You did a ton of damage and created a huge echo chamber and an angry mob, and we're only just now getting to a point where your stink is finally wearing off. But with that said, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.